Mark, stop, pause, 100 volume level.
Joining as many players as possible, and some of those guys in different new, more expanded roles. More specifically last game, Matt Green, he's seeing more ice time, he's getting things going. Right to center ice right now, I believe the captains, yes. Here comes the captain, Milan Hajduk. He'll join Dustin Brown, of course, Daryl Evans will drop the puck, and as I've predicted many times before, Dustin Brown will win the draw. Yes, he wins the draw, drawing it right back right there.
I'm going to quit betting you on who wins.
He'll be joined by the senior official, Stephen Wackham on the lines, Jay Shars, Brian Mock, and right now, play-by-play, Bob Miller.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. We are ready to play some hockey here at Staples Center. First game of 2012 for the Kings, and off the draw here, back into the Avalanche zone.
So he's not happy what happened there on the last exchange with Haida. When you see that from Mike Richards quite a bit. Mike could play the intense game, but he's known as an honest type of player, and going to the box right off the get-go is Ryan Orr to be a slash. So interference is the official call. So just when I was about to say, and I did say, the Kings have a chance. Well, it's going to be 4-on-4 now, and certainly right now they're waving it off. They're saying high stick.
Or Justin Williams getting a stick on it. Let's see.
Again, the ruling on the ice is high stick. You can go to video review. Unfortunately, as we've seen so many times in the past, this is the most difficult one situation for the review because it's so difficult to get Now, we saw it late. I'm wondering if they had a chance. They being, you're going to stop right here, guys. Stop it right there. There it is. Now, there is where it's being contacted. Again, look at the height of the head of the goaltender. There's his head right there. And his head, because of the crouch, is underneath the crossbar. It's underneath the crossbar.
The crowd. And now 3 seconds left on the power play.
Right now, let's go downstairs. Patrick O'Neill.
Justin Williams came over to the bench. He was watching the replay with the rest of the fans and the team, and he said, how is that not a goal to his teammates? But then he reluctantly said, hey, they called it no goal on the ice, and that's probably how it's going to stand. That's what happened, guys.
Now, again, I'm not sure how many people actually saw the lower level, ice level camera. It was from the far side of the ice.
Tipped up over the glass into the crowd.
Take a look right now, Bob, at what to watch for in this game. The center matchup, Daryl Sutter told me before the game, he has a lot of respect for Stastny and O'Reilly, and he feels it's up to the Kings centerman, especially the veteran guys, Stoll and Richards Kopitar. If Richards continues to play in the center position the rest of the way. Front net, the last little while for the Kings when they're scoring goals, it's usually because they have someone in front. And just keep an eye on this kid right here. Bob, you've already mentioned him. Gabriel Landeskog. He's just a good-looking player, does so many things well for a young kid.
By Quick.
We were talking about the point production. There's O'Reilly. He leads the team in points, but with Landeskog, trying to make his way up, trying to make his way into the NHL. Nugent Hopkins leads everyone. Now he plays in Edmonton where he's getting a whole bunch of ice time. Enrique was the Rookie of the Month last month. Smith surprising a lot of people in Nashville. Reed getting a lot of ice time in Philadelphia. Of course, Landeskog playing in a lot of different situations. He's proved to his coach that he's not going to hurt the team. So now the coach trusts him. Now he can prove how much he can help the team.
Into the Avalanche bench. So no score here in the first period. We'll be right back.
Williams took that one first step, lowered the shoulder, beat a bigger man, and looked like Haida was doing everything possible not to hold on. Now the puck was laying there free, but the net was off the mooring. I was about to say, Bob, this is the second game in a row where the Kings have had such an effective forecheck. They were able to make a
up, and he hangs on for a face-off in the Kings zone.
The other day at practice yesterday, they didn't practice. They took the day off, but I was there along with Rich Hamill. We were talking with Daryl Sutter, asked about the reputation of running a prison camp, so to speak, as a guy. And Daryl said, certain situations maybe, but not right now. Right now it's about making the players believe, getting... And Kings continue another great forecheck shift. And of course, the head coach of the Avs is Joe Sacco, and he says about his team, we try to play fast as a team and control territory in the offensive zone. Well, guess what's happening in this game so far? He's spending a lot of time in his own zone, but they like to play that up-tempo. They like to get everyone involved. They like to keep the pace going. But right now, because of the way the Kings
are in front and covered up there, the whistle stops play. Still no score here in the first period. Varlamov.
You know, and what he told me, Bob, was he said they've done a lot of research on this. You have a two-dimensional look, which you have on TV, in a three-dimensional game, which you have life if you're on the ice. He says it's very difficult, and I mentioned that before they even went to it. It's the most difficult rule in the video review area to overturn. I think they got it wrong. I think by that view right there. Now, it's not a perfect view, but of the reference points I'm using, unfortunately not perfect. It would have to be one of those things where we get to
in front by McClement and covered there by Quick.
So keep it on the outside, and that's what the Kings try to do there.
Used to be, goes out to cover it up there.
Landeskog shows pretty good strength right there against Matt Green, just, fighting for the puck first, then trying to get it after using the strength. LA Kings alumni, radio broadcaster Darryl Evans, of course, honored before the game, hosts the annual LA Kings 5K run this year, January 21st, right here around Staples Center. Great raffle, including season tickets for next season. Commemorative t-shirt, ticket to a Kings game, all for just $40. LAKings.com/5K.
You know, the Kings ice crew, they're wearing suspenders tonight in honor of Darryl Evans, because Darryl wears the suspenders play.
Yeah, it hasn't worked yet on the power play. Just want to take up one of those little plays that Mike Richards tries to execute just about every game. You don't see this often, but watch.
O'Byrne in front of the net. Varlamov grabbed it and got knocked back into the net.
Yeah, enough traffic there to make Varlamov feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I think he squeezed the pads together long enough to make sure. You'll see the shot coming in. It's a bad angle shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. And Stoll's going to be shoved back. That's Johnson, Big Eric Johnson, doing the shoving. But now it's back to 5-on-5. The Kings 12 shots, the Avs 5 shots. So much time spent in the offensive zone. You're getting to that point of a period where the Kings need a lead here because they've been playing so well.
Semyon Varlamov in goal, traded by Washington to Colorado. Period is going to end right now with no score in the first period. The Kings with 12 shots and the Avalanche with 5.
And a lot of forecheck by the Kings with exactly the way they want to start things. Of course, the disallowed goal. Varlamov was busy. The Kings were busy in that zone, just buzzing around and keeping pucks alive all period long. Coming up, first intermission, Patrick O'Neill will talk with one of the Kings. We'll take a look at highlights and analysis. Thing on the board to feel better about yourself. Jonathan Quick not that busy, so keep an eye on him, his focus. Sometimes it's very difficult for a goaltender when the entire period basically is played in the other end.
And the second period underway as
1-0 Kings.
Justin Brown gets his 10th of the year, and the Kings have a 1-0 lead. There was no Kopitar with an assist on it. And Mike Rick into the Avalanche zone, and the Kings go for it again in the corner. Quick, and he hangs on. Brown with his 10th from Kopitar, and Richards at 134.
Yeah, Brown just ends up being the open man. Here's Dustin Brown.
Off a green and then diving to cover it was Jonathan Quick. Dustin Brown gets his 10th goal. Is tipped out of midair, but that did look like a high stick when it was tipped, but the save was made by Varlamov.
Yeah, Richards had a swing at it right there, so the Kings trying to figure out whether to get one by the goaltender legally with a high stick. And Quick. Well, the Avs are starting to get more chances off the offensive zone forecheck, and very quick right there by Kobusu to get it to the front and try to make it happen. Jonathan Quick had to paddle down to make sure.
Backhander by Lokdianov and a save.
And Bob, some relationships between new Kings head coach Daryl Sutter and a couple of the Kings players. Alec Martinez played youth hockey in the San Jose area with Brett, the son of Daryl behind the bench, and Colin Frazier. You know that Daryl has a brother, Brent. Well, his wife's sister's daughter is married to Colin Frazier. So now I know why Colin's get some chance on the power play. Now I know what's going on. It's in the family.
I'm still trying to figure out that relationship.
Brent's wife, sister's daughter is married to Colin Frazier.
There's the shoots and a save made. So when we come back, Patrick O'Neill will talk with Justin.
Already though, Bob, I think it was up on the first hit. So the Kings did come in after the hit. I don't think it's going to be evened up here. Gagliardi certainly did a little extra right there. Maybe it was the push and the shove at the last second to completely knock Lokdianov off.
And the whistle stops play as Varlamov covers it up.
Again, non-stop movement by the Kings. When the Kings get it, they're driving to the net. They're making it happen. They're making a checker come to the puck, and then hopefully someone else is open on the play. They certainly did have their chances. Dowdy off to the side, athleticism. You see right there with the flexibility. Johnson actually tapped it back towards the goaltender a little bit, but you don't always have the time right there. The one-time attempt by Jack Johnson. But yeah, high, low, north, south, east, west. Move the puck around. Man advantage for the game.
Saved by Quick at the buzzer. Wow, the Avalanche almost got one right there. And
could not make it happen, but it was wide open there in the last 5 minutes of period number 2. Kings still lead 1-0.
Well, so we will have another face-off here. The Kings, when they lead at the end of 2 periods this year, or lately, 1-0.
And they've allowed only 12 shots on goal so far. You played over 40 minutes. And that was more about just having the puck than it was playing.
Covers it up. And we have a face-off coming up.
You know, Varlamov had to be quick. He had to be aggressive. Otherwise, you're kind of napping. It's not going to happen. Watch your shot come in, rebound. Watch it come out right here. Look at him. Lean forward, come across, and just extend. Get as close to the puck carrier as possible. And you just slide it. Look at that eye on the puck and just making sure.
And the whistle stops play.
Yeah, because of the crash to the net right there, Landeskog just takes it to the net. And now the Avs are getting just a little bit more aggressive, and they should. They're trailing. They're going to force a little bit right here. The opposition actually forces the mask off. He can blow it down right away, and that's what happens. So face-off stays inside, but the goaltender gets a chance to get his mask back on. And the Avs are picking up the pressure, driving to the net.
Actually, I thought he waited a few seconds before he blew that dead after the mask came off. But Target and Quick covers it up.
You know, the Avs are trying to get back into this game, and they certainly are pressuring. They're not playing, of course, with Matt Duchene because he's out of the lineup. A couple games ago at home against the Coyotes, Klesla has the puck along the boards. Duchene delivering a check himself, and you can see what happened. Wrenched his knee. They say 4 weeks out of the lineup. He has 24 points on the season, so it's one of those things where you have to go through, every team goes through it during the season, but Duchene, with his speed, he had a tough start to the season. It seems like he started, and it comes up on a play into the King bench. Of course, it's one of the retro nights, it's one of the vintage jerseys nights, it's one of the look-back nights, and Dustin Penner may be paying tribute to the old guys because look at this, the white tape down on the skates. A lot of players tape their skates right at that area to give a little bit more stability. But very rarely do they do it in white. That's the old days. Remember Steve Jensen used to do that back in the day? I remember Gene Carr, the old white tape on the skates.
By Stoll and a save by Varlamov.
You know, keep hacking, keep whacking, get the bodies in front. Penner with a kind of spin around shot, so chance for the Kings. You still have time to get your LA Kings Ice Crew calendars for 2012 and Bailey's Buddies memberships. Purchase both items at the LA Kings game here when you're at Staples Center, just outside of Section 117 at the Bailey's Fun Zone, or go online, lakings.com/calendar or lakings.com/Bailey.
This is a 1-goal game. The Kings have a 1-0 lead. Up off of the netting. Scuderi getting his stick on the shot by Winning. A quick shot by Stefan Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott did the right thing right there. The Kings were running around, and the Avs winning those face-offs. I mentioned 62% after 2 periods of play. And that's so important. Of course, that when you're trailing, you're trying to get back in. Elliott just got it, threw it, fired it. No traffic in front, so that's a good thing for the Kings, making sure the Avs don't have that presence in front of the net.
Elliott's only 20 years old in his rookie season. Number 3 picked by the Avs in 2009. Another one of the youngsters that we've been talking about in this Avalanche lineup. But offside called here.
The Avalanche trying to build up that speed, trying to get it going. Not bad in the neutral zone by the Kings. There's Alec Martinez back in the lineup. Storylines tonight. Jonathan Quick has not been busy, but he's doing the job. Dustin Brown, he scored his 10th of the season. He's picking it up, much more consistent offensively. Went to the front of the net, picked up a loose puck. Justin Williams, 5 shots, had 7 in the last game. So, and Justin Williams, along with Stoll, along with Penner, they're in the more traditional role. Yeah, he was the first man on the check against Quincy. Quincy goes down, gets right back up, and I think the referee Walkham saw a knee or something of that sort. We'll see if it's trip. We'll get the official call. It's going to be the call. So you see Clifford kind of move into it, and the contact point is knee on knee. Kyle did not stick out the knee, meaning it did not change position as he went in, but he may have led with it. Quincy went down initially, got back up, so that's a good sign.
On a shot by Landeskog. Or wait a minute, maybe it was not Landeskog. Might have been Gagliardi. Yep, Gagliardi.
There's that speed I was just talking about, Bob, on the entry. Look at this, you keep going, you have it going, one guy through the middle, one touch pass, breaking the rebound. That was important. Hayden shoots against the flow, pad save, no rebound.
And then covered by Quick again in front. Quick coming in 8th in goals against average in the NHL as the game started tonight.
Take a look at leaders around the NHL. Goaltenders who do not allow a goal in a game. Jonathan Quick leads with 5. Howard has the most wins. Elliott, St. Louis, maybe the biggest surprise story of the NHL. Look at the goals against average. Tim Thomas, no surprise right there, almost 94% on the saves.
Jimmy Howard with the most wins, but Quick is tied for 4th in wins, tied for 6th in save percentage. And now a face-off to his right. 1-0 Kings. We're in the 3rd period. Delay on the face-off here while they get set.
Stoll winning the draws right now downstairs. Patrick O'Neill.
Jim, thanks. Throwback jerseys and a throwback helmet for Jonathan Quick. You see the ears on the side in honor of Rogie Vachon. That's how they wore them back in the day. The ears were not protected. So you know what, guys? I'm going to throw it back to you because I don't want to throw John off. He might be able to hear me with those ears.
There you go. And the uniforms, the pads that they wear. I went over the last time. Jonathan Quick says those new pads, he's the best player. He's had the puck, he's worked the puck, he's tried to get it to an area where he can put the puck in, and he does right here. Comes off the boards and just kind of uses his body to protect it. Then one quick step. The Kings can't get it out right there. Looked like they could. Here it is off the boards. Fake, one step, shoot, all in one motion. He never really stopped going there. That was a flowing move, so the goaltender really doesn't get a chance to get set. And then it's a perfect shot. You can see Quick tried to follow it. It goes off the far post. Perfectly placed. But it's just a matter of not being able to get that puck out. It was about 10 pounds, even closer than that. 2 or 3 feet away from the blue line of getting out, and very quickly the other way.
Hey, Varlamov.
Now both teams having difficulty just inside their own blue lines. It cost the Kings. We're tied 1-1. It's been the way it's been all season long. Does so many different things right there. He did the big thing, scored the goal.
He was their number 2 pick in 2009. Kings have it, though, in the Avalanche zone. Offside called against the Avalanche.
So the Avs are going to try to keep going here. I bet they feel like they have a little bit of the momentum here. Roll. He's going to barrel roll right here. That's just too much. I'd like it to go the other way, but it's just too much for the... Look at, he jumps...
59 seconds to go in regulation.
Pretty good coverage by Quincy right there because Kopitar pretty good spin move on him down low. And Kopitar, he's been using that move, that spin, a lot more lately. He kind of did the same thing on the pivot on the goal by Brown. But Quincy made sure he stayed with him every step of the way. Colin Quincy, former Kings defenseman, he knows about Kopitar. Pretty good job defensively.
Face off to the right of Jonathan Quick. And the counter. The buzzer sounded, and we are going to overtime with a game tie. Right. Here stayed ready, and the puck goes up out of play.
The Avs had a couple of chances not too long ago on a pretty good cycle and just kind of keeping the puck down low with Stastny in behind the net and Jones trying to get to the other side. You see 54 is Jones. He's going to try to go to the far corner. He anticipates the play and just misses right there. He did have the open side. Kings go the other way. Neat little draw pass there by Richardson. And you see Lokionov, he's ready to shoot it right away on the one-timer. A lot of open ice here in this 4-on-4. Back and forth, end to end. A lot of speed in the neutral zone.
Rebound is covered, and I don't know if Stoll got, maybe for a moment he got kind of a high stick or something, but
he's pointing to the referee right now, and he's saying something happened here. And Varlamov had to be absolutely sure there's no rebound here because when the Kings enter, they have the speed, stop it up. Look at the patience there, Williams. Stoll's in front. That's important. Goes after the other. There was a high stick right. You see him slow down right there, so he's trying to get the goaltender to back off too quick, and he just shovels it. Watch right here. It's not a shot. He's just trying to slide it between the pads. Not the case. Stick in perfect position for Jonathan Quick. That's fundamentally sound. Brown needs one here. He needs to score. Otherwise, Avs win it.
Dustin Brown, 2 out of 5.